He looks calm.
Hello, welcome to the program, everyone. Support for the show comes from ZBiotics. Let me tell you something. I don't rave about many products, but this one has earned its spot in my life. It's called pre-alcohol, and I use it before a night out. It is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic created by real scientists who were tired of those rough mornings after you've had a few drinks. So here's a simple version. When you drink, your body creates this toxic byproduct right in your gut, and that's what makes you feel terrible the next day. Pre-alcohol helps break that stuff down. So you wake up, you feel human when you wake up. I keep it simple. I make pre-alcohol my first drink of the night. I drink responsibly, and then I go enjoy myself. I hydrate, and the next morning I am not dragging. I tried it before a dinner party with friends, and it worked. So I got up the next morning, I walked the dogs, hit the gym, and the whole thing. And here I am, right? Doing the show, feeling great. So make the most of the holiday season and bring ZBiotics with you. Go to zbiotics.com/lemon. Get 15% off of your first order. Use the code LEMON at checkout. And remember, they have a 100% money back guarantee, so there's no risk. That's zbiotics.com/lemon. Hello. Wait, which one is Don? Hello, Lemon Nation. Welcome to Lemon Live at 5 here on the Don Lemon Show on the Don Lemon channel, on the YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on iHeart Radio, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You know I'm just bragging right now, right?
Hey, look at that list. Impressive.
Saying, wait till we're like running on the. They're gonna come up with a TV show for us.
Wait, Don,
bring back the TV.
Don, you didn't get the offer for Truth Social? I think you're on Truth Social too.
Oh, right. And Rumble.
And Black Rifle Coffee.
You think they let me on Rumble?
Yeah, they let you on Rumble. Listen, they want us there. They're like, you should come to these apps and debate us here. That they want any attention because you bring legitimacy to it. That's why Trump has to put the screenshots of his Truth Social post on Twitter and on Instagram because ain't nobody seeing it on Truth Social. You got to take it someplace else.
You know what? One of the things I love about doing this is that if I had done this when I was on TV, this whole thing would be brown. There ain't nothing, not a stitch of anything on here. And I mean, it doesn't, you can't.
Yeah, Don, we wearing less makeup than Donald Trump right now.
I know.
That's Sissy every 5 minutes. He got more makeup on than Little Richard. Same shade too. Same shade.
Hit the thumbs up, hit the likes. We have a lot to talk about. This is Jay Jurden, a comedian extraordinaire. Jay joined us this Tuesday, the past Tuesday at City Winery. Jay, come on, tell me. We had such a great, you were spectacular.
We had such a great time. It was truly the best. We had so many great questions, a few drunk aunties, a few people. We said, a person started slurring their words and said, hey, everyone, relax. It is a winery.
I said it in the name. It's called City Winery.
This one woman, she said, no, not one. I said, oh, yeah, that's okay. I think, Don, what she's trying to say is, how are we going to handle the gerontocracy and make sure we prove that we can have new life and new blood in the Democratic Party? She said, right.
We had a few drunk aunts and drunk uncles.
Yeah, we
screaming out for people who were like, why are you making excuses for Donald Trump? We were like, looked at each other, we were like, what show are you at?
That was the funniest moment because you went, that's not what I did. And the whole crowd went, shut up.
So it's fun. It's a vibe. Tell people it's a vibe. I mean,
truly a vibe. Go to the one in Philadelphia on December 8th. You're going to have the best time. You're going to learn. You're going to be able to talk. You're going to support independent journalism. You're going to be able to strategize. And this is what it's going to take to continue to not only have people speak out against this, but you get to look to your left, look to your right, say, okay, these are people I can mobilize with in the community. So please go support independent journalism and have a drink, kick back.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jay. By the way, Philadelphia is sold out. And Chicago is sold out. We have added a second show in Chicago at 10:30 Central
This is
Time.
crazy.
Yeah,
Y'all gonna be stepping in the name of love in Chicago.
Step in the name of love. You know,
Don,
okay,
Don,
yeah.
don't you bring up Megan R. Kelly on this on this grateful day.
I'm going over to Megan's house after this so she can show me how to step. Because
Are you gifting her a black Santa Claus like you promised?
you know,
Oh my
Santa
goodness.
Claus is a black man. Tell me, anybody in the chat, if you remember that. Did you know that song? I played it before the show.
No, I loved it though. It was
Oh my God,
fun.
we
It
can't
was
play
so
it.
fun.
But there's a song called Santa Claus is a Black Man. Tell me if you guys know about that. Anyway, we're getting crazy off topic. No, I have not stepped. I learned how to step in Chicago. I actually took a step class and put it on the news, and it was part of Sweeps Week at my local station in Chicago.
That's smart. It's beautiful. Who
but
else
here's the
is
weird
doing
thing.
that?
I had no idea because I'm not in Chicago, and I was like, "What is this step shit?" Right? I just thought the song was "Step in the Name of Love."
Yeah,
like you stepping into love. I had no idea.
no,
Yeah.
that's Chicago footwork. Those uncles
Yeah.
and aunties, they be getting into it.
So look, put that thumbnail up, please, Andy, because you know, I hope you guys got.
Yeah, Don, you said it. Trump looks mighty comfortable down there.
I mean, what in the love fest bromance broke back Oval Office was going on today?
I see power. Trump recognizes real power, and he's submissive when the real man shows up. That's good.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, you can take it now. I mean, yes, thank you. Right. And so, you know, the thing is that Donald Trump, he likes a shiny new thing. I'm not being disparaging, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
he
no,
likes
you're
the
100%.
new thing. He wants to be part of. I'm not trying to be disparaging to Mamdani, but I'm saying Mamdani's like new. He's fresh. He's a thing now, right? He's become, and so he likes that, and he likes anybody who he wants to be like. And smart people to him are fascinating because he's not that smart.
And one
he has
more
lizard
thing.
brain. He has a lizard brain about politics or whatever.
One more, he wants to be able to claim some part of your victory. So if you win, he wants to be able to say, just like I predicted, if you have any semblance of power, he wants to be able to say it's his responsibility. He gave you that. He's very childlike in that way, where if you go, oh, well, this is the winning card, he goes, I picked that one. You go, no, you did. You go, yes, I did. Yeah. He's very much a baby in that aspect. And Zohran knew, oh, go to DC. But guess what? Trump doesn't understand that everyone is going to go straight to Zohran in this moment. They're not going to really respect Trump because you said it. Zohran's new. He's shiny. He's part of the new news cycle. He's part of the new story. I would say Zohran has a bit more capital in this than Trump because Zohran is promising to change New York. Trump's kind of on the descent. He's got all these like Epstein stuff he's got to deal with. Zohran, he's got much more interesting angles from a news standpoint.
He's ascendant and Donald Trump is descendant. He's descending and Zohran is ascending.
Wait a second. Donald Trump's descending? You mean Donald Trump's going down? Who's he going down on this time, Don?
I'm going down.
Mary, wait a second. Oh my God, I didn't put this together. Mary J. Blige, Donald J. Trump. Ooh, yeah, conspiracy theory.
I know, I love Mary J., but Rolls Royce is that's the one.
That's the one.
Cause you ain't around, my whole world's upside down.
We gotta have karaoke.
I'm taking my Z-Biotics because it's a Friday, and I may go out and have a couple of cocktails. As a matter of fact, as a matter of fact.
Ooh.
What whiskey is this, babe? I don't know. What is the name of it? I forget what the whiskey is. Anyways, sorry.
Look at this. Wait, are those glasses available? Where do you get the glasses?
Oh yeah, you go to donlemon.com and they're there.
Go to donlemon.com. Get your glasses, everyone.
Bourbon, whiskey, and orange bitters.
Bourbon, whiskey, and orange bitters. Yeah, it's right there. So I don't usually drink dark liquor, but I'm having some tonight because I'm very festive. We're getting into Thanksgiving, but there's a cocktail glass right there. And so in that that's probably like a watermelon. Don't even go there. Margarita. But this is my little
Look at that.
You like that?
I should have got my drink. I haven't started yet. I have 2 shows tonight. I'm gonna drink in between my sets.
Yeah. You got to be fresh.
Yeah, I want to
So,
be.
I started watching other podcasts now, and I'm like, oh, what they start selling the stuff right off the top.
Oh my goodness, it's the first thing they do.
First to the ads, and they go to their merch, and then they go. I'm like, wow, I feel like, I didn't even want to do merch or anything. But anyway, Don is having a brown liquor moment. I am. It's been a week, so give us a chance to like vent. And it's been so serious. We were like, well, Epstein, this stuff is really important, and him calling on his political rivals to be offed, that's really important. And then we saw Zohran and Mayor-elect Mamdani. We saw them in the Oval Office, and we were like, Donald Trump is just glazing him. So following months of it, as NBC News says, Jay, following months of trading insults, Trump offers Zohran Mamdani nothing but praise after their first meeting. Before we show you the glaze fest.
That's how a lot of bullies are, though. You just got to show up at their house. Show up at their house. They go, I didn't say nothing.
Right?
Yeah.
Why you at my house? I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing about you, man. I don't have a problem with you.
Donald Trump is 79. A 33-year-old showed up and said, you been talking shit? He said, no, I ain't say nothing.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens. That anytime like you see a bully out or whatever, and they're like, we can step outside. That's happened to me. I'm like, okay. I say, let's go, or we can do it right here. No, step outside. And I'm like, okay, let's go outside. Yeah. And I ain't got time for that. I'm like,
in the words of the kids, he's like, take me through there. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
So, what was I going to say? So to Donald Trump, as you said, he likes the new thing. He wants to be a part of it. But they had been, going back and forth forever, not forever, but during the whole political process, the election, and boom, goes to the Oval Office. Donald Trump looks at him like it's the new Bubba. And here's their first display. Well, I don't know which one. Which one do we have? Which one should we play first, guys? You guys decide.
All right.
Trump, we had a meeting that surprised me. Is that it? Or is that from Obama? No, a meeting that surprised me. Let's go.
Subject to what policies are being said. We had a meeting today that actually surprised me. He wants to see no crime. He wants to see housing being built. He wants to see rents coming down, all things that I agree with. Now, we may disagree how we get there, the rent coming down. I think one of the things I really gleaned very much today, he'd like to see him come down, ideally, by building a lot of additional housing. Yeah. That's the ultimate way. He agrees with that, and so do I. But if I read the newspapers and the stories, I don't hear that, but I heard him say it today, and I think that's a very positive step. No, I don't expect. I expect to be helping him, not hurting him. A big help, because I want New York City to be great. Look, I love New York City. It's where I come from. I spent a lot of years there. Now I'm right here. We took a big setback with the mayor that we had, Dave de Blasio. I thought it was a tremendous setback for the city. I think this mayor can do some things that are going to be really great.
Mr. President.
Okay, he didn't know that Zohran Mamdani wanted rents lowered and more house. Like, where is he just been watching Fox News? Like, what is going on here?
Don, there's so much he doesn't know. We have to remember, he's a baby. He lacks any object permanence. What he agrees with whoever he talked to last. He just got done talking to Mayor-elect Mamdani. He went, I actually agree. Oh my goodness. I want more housing. I want lower rent. I want less crime. He's so easy to trick. It's how Putin tricks him. It's how everyone around the globe comes to the White House. They curry just that much favor, and then he agrees with them. He just did it with Saudi Arabia. MBS said, I'm sorry for 9/11 or whatever. Anyway, what's up?
But you know what I would have said right there when he's like, I was surprised he didn't do whatever. And I would have turned right to him and looked at him and said, because I'm a messy, what. I am. I can be. But very dignified. And I would say, well, Mr. President, why didn't you endorse me?
Yes. Yes. I think it's so telling because now Fox News and Newsmax, they kind of put themselves between a rock and a hard place. They have to praise Trump while Trump was also praising Mamdani, or else their viewers are going to get confused. Because hyper conservatives, they should be going, oh no, Trump just said praise Allah. Oh no, Trump is okay with this socialist Islamic mayor. But they have to approve of everything he does. So now they kind of put themselves in a place where if he is okay with Mayor-elect Mamdani, they also have to be. And not for nothing, they all want to live in New York. They all want to live in New York. They all want to be New York famous. They're still doing the 5. They're still doing Jesse Waters in New York. Move it to, Booty Scratch, Alabama, if you like, flyover state so much. Is that not true?
Did you just say Booty Scratch, Alabama?
You ain't never been to, it's right off I-65. You ain't been to Booty Scratch?
It's off of I-10.
It's down there by Auburn. Booty Scratch, Alabama.
You are a mess. You made me forget where I am. Oh, this is do we have, I'm sending this to the producers. Do we have the stuff that Peter just sent? You got all of them? The one where
Andy, right here.
You have the one. Give me the one. Trump, after being called Habibi,
that's all he needs. Yeah, Trump just needs to get a little. He needs to taste just how good shawarma can be, and he gonna be Trump gonna be praying 5 times a day.
He's gonna have a prayer rug in the Oval Office.
Prayer rug in the Oval Office. He's gonna be respecting the 5 pillars of Islam. He gonna take a Hajj. He might go to Mecca.
But let me just tell you, having met Donald Trump and at Trump Tower and interviewed him several times, he's easy. And I've met him, but and spent time with him. He's really easy.
We know he's easy. We saw the email about Bubba. We know.
But he's real easy. All you have to do is just sort of compliment him, or you don't even have to glaze him, right? You don't have to glaze him. You just have to sort of be like, oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for showing that, pointing that out to me.
Don, he is a child. Don, I'm gonna prove it. You know how when you would see your nephews when they were younger, if you went over to your sister's house and you had your nephews there, and they would go, "Can I show you this truck?" You go, "Show me the truck." You go, "Ooh, that's a truck." They go, "It's crazy." That's what he is. He's a child who wants to show you his race car bed. If you walk up to him and you go, "Ooh, strong man, look at all these muscles," he go, "You're right."
That's what happened. That's what happened. He said, "I'll show you mine. You show me yours. I'll show you mine."
We just need Eddie Murphy as one of the clumps in the White House going, Hercules. We just he needs that love because he didn't get it from his mom. He didn't get it from his dad. He don't get it from Melania. He just needs positive affirmation, and we can trick him. I think we can start to. He's 79. Okay, let him repeat a couple of stories. We go, "Oh, for real, granddaddy? Oh, what? Oh my goodness."
I hate to tell people though, people like Donald Trump, no matter how many cheeseburgers or whatever he's 79, he's probably going to live to be 97, if not older.
Oh yeah, I mean? Yeah. Those are the kind of people that go to the doctor and doctor goes, "I don't know how you still doing this."
Well, it's like my mom. She's in her 80s and she's smoking still, and I'm like, "Stop!" And I'm like, "Well, what's the point now?" I mean,
if we switch Donald Trump to salads, the shock to his body would do more harm.
He would, I think, and I don't mean this in a shady way, he stands to benefit from a GLP-1, from an Ozempic or a Mounjaro. No, I'm serious. I'm not being shady. He would lose weight. That would reduce his cholesterol. All of the stuff, the back, I think the cankles and all of that would go away.
I want everybody in the chat. Remember,
It's true.
Whenever a gay man says, and I don't mean this in the shady way, they absolutely do. Don said, "I don't mean this in a shady way, but we could get rid of them cankles." How am I supposed to interpret that? Are you a cardiologist, Don?
No, but I know I have a friend, so I can say it because no one knows who it is. But I have a friend. I saw him last night. We had a Friendsgiving, He moved to San Francisco like a year ago, so we haven't seen him. And so he came into town and we had whatever. And I said, oh my gosh, whatever your name is, I won't say it. I said, you've dropped some pounds. You look great.
You say you wasting away.
And he goes, I love the shot. I'm on the shot. And I said, oh, you are? And we started, nobody cares. And nobody cares anymore if you're on the shot, right?
Yeah.
No one cares. And he
Don,
said,
you can say it was Charles Barkley. We know it's your friend Charles Barkley.
So he is on the shot, and he said not only did his weight, he's lost how many pounds in 33 pounds in how long? Like 3 months, 2 months? Yeah. He's lost like 33 pounds. And he says that all of the vitals and numbers, his numbers are all in the right great direction because of this. And then the guy whose house we were at, he was a wealthy guy, and his sister is not. So he paid for his sister to go on to I think it's Manjaro or one of those things. And she lost how many pounds? 140 pounds.
Yeah.
And her health has never been better.
Manjaro.
So I'm all for this shot. If you got to do the shot, do the shot. I hope it gets cheap and everybody can do it.
Yeah, Manjaro, that only works on Italian food though, right? Manjaro. You gotta be careful. It only works with the chicken parm.
Manjaro, there's Wegovy, there's
this is what we do, John. This is what we do, Don.
Olympics.
We trick them. We go, don't you want to help support the GLBTQ community?
Right.
And so then he thinks it's just about Ozempic, and we save gay people.
Crazy.
It's a different kind of shot. It's a hormone shot, but he don't know.
So you mentioned Fox News, right?
Yes.
So Fox News is having a really fun moment as it relates to Mamdani, and they're kind of where we are right now. So that's going to be really odd to explain to the Fox News audience, but you know what? They went there. Watch this, Jay.
I think J.D. Vance is jealous. I think the president wants to use him as a running mate. They really got along fantastic. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian.
Oh, my Lord. Don, Brian killed me making sense. Don, am I drunk right now? What's happening?
No, but they're telling people like, hey,
yeah,
Donald Trump is in love with Zohran Mamdani. Now, I don't think a lot of people in New York City are going to be happy with that because they, not the majority. I don't know. I can say the majority.
I think it's very strategic. I think we hit on it earlier, and you said it kind of perfectly. Donald Trump wants to be a cool kid, and if the access to coolness is through Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani, then he goes, oh. He likes TV. He understands strategy in one specific way. He goes, this person has the hot hand. I have to give them a little praise. He loves throwing people under the bus. You saw when he was like, Jerome Powell, I fire your ass right now. He loves being like, you're messing stuff up for me. If you have the hot hand, if you have a bunch of good energy around you, if you have momentum, he cozies up next to you and he goes, we best friends. It's when he was talking to Obama at that funeral. And he was like, yeah, we get along. Yeah, we get along. He loves being close to a cool person. And it doesn't hurt that now he can say, oh, I'm the bipartisan president. Because when the Epstein fire is turned up this high, he needs wins desperately.
Yeah. Now, Mamdani allegedly, reportedly, word has it, called Trump a fascist.
What?
And he was asked about it in the Oval Office. And his answer was, you're going to have to wait because we're going to get a word in from our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by Graza. And if you've watched this show, you know how much I like to cook, and you know that I love their olive oil. So with the holidays basically here, I'm telling you, olive oil is the gift people don't expect, but absolutely love. And Graza is my go-to. It's always fresh, single origin, never blended. They pick, press, and bottle the olives in the same season. You can literally see the harvest date on the bottle. So their gift sets make it really easy. The dinner party pack comes with a bottle of wine, cooking and finishing oils, a custom corkscrew, even a bag of their olive oil potato chips. All right. So it is a whole vibe in a box. And their duo gift set is perfect if you want something simple. Sizzle for cooking, drizzle for finishing, both now in glass. I use it at home. I cook with it. I finish dishes with it. And I give it as gifts because it makes everything taste better and everyone loves it. So right now you can get 20% off of your first order. Go to graza.co/Don and use the code Don. Treat yourself, treat your friends, and get cooking with the good stuff. Support for the show comes from Lean. And listen, if doctors ever had a Black Friday sale, this is it. I didn't know doctors did, but I guess they do. The team at Brickhouse Nutrition just launched their biggest sale of the year. Everything is 30% off. That includes Lean, their doctor-formulated weight loss supplement for people who want to lose meaningful weight without injections. It also includes Creatone. It's a creatine made specifically for women. It helps you look leaner and more toned without adding a whole new routine to your life. Add and the Field Greens are great too, right? The Field of Greens, 30% off. Right now. So it is the only superfruit and veggie drink that has been shown in a university study to actually slow aging. Real study, real results. Okay? So Brickhouse has products for sleep, collagen, immunity, energy, all 30% off. All 30% off. So if you've been thinking about trying something new, this is the moment for you. So go to brickhousesale.com and save 30% site-wide. That's brickhousesale.com. And look, it's going to be Black Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Even if they don't want it to be.
Yeah, but it's going to be Black Friday at the bars because you know what happens on the Friday after Thanksgiving. People just hook it up. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. We'll talk about that later. Let's talk about that later. I know.
You remember Homecoming?
Would you say... yeah, we'll talk about that. Let's save that for the end. So
the chat, talk about hooking up when you go back home for the holidays, specifically Thanksgiving. I think, see that.
So we'll talk about it now because I think it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving and the Friday after Thanksgiving is like the biggest hookup night for people who are like going back home. They see their exes or oldies or whatever. Everybody's comfortable. And right? Is that I believe that to be true. And would you say, oh, your mama died?
Oh, your mama died. Yeah, you know who knows all the stories? Small town bartenders. They go, oh, look at them. They're back at it.
Okay, so here we go. Mamdani was asked about calling Donald Trump a fascist in the Oval Office. Now, watch this very interesting interaction.
I want to ask the mayor-elect about a House resolution that just passed overwhelmingly to condemn socialism, including with 86 Democrats, all of House Dem leadership, and the minority leader, Hakeem Jeffries, despite his endorsement of you. What's your reaction to that?
I have to be honest with you, I focused very little on resolutions. Frankly, I've been focusing...
Condemn socialism.
I understand. I think the focus is on the work at hand. I can tell you I am someone who is a democratic socialist. I've been very open about that. And I know there might be differences about ideology, but the place of agreement is the work that needs to be done to make New York City affordable. That's what I look forward to.
And I want to clarify your answer to Stephen Nelson. He asked about your comment calling the president a fascist. And your answer was, both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views. Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
It's easy. I love you.
God, he said, I don't care what you said about me. Also, Don, this is a very important video for people to understand when it comes to Trump's ideology. Everything to Trump is still TV. It's still wrestling kayfabe. It's still character work. So if he says Mamdani is a socialist, to him it's just like a fun insult to get people on his side. And in the same vein, if Mamdani, Mayor-elect Mamdani, has said he's a fascist, to Donald Trump, it's not, oh, you didn't really insult me. These are just characters. We're still kind of playing within this world of wrestling and TV. That's why he wasn't offended. And it's so odd that people thought he was going to like really take it to heart. None of this means that much to Donald Trump because this whole thing is TV to him. It's kayfabe to him. It's bravado. It's talking a little shit. Ooh, girl, it's kikiing. It's girl, you know, girl, we love each other. We know. It's when the Drag Race girls go to Untucked and argue a little bit. It is
Untucked.
Yes, Untucked. Donald.
If you know, you know.
If Donald Trump wasn't so evil, and if the kind of Republican powers that be weren't so anti-LGBTQ, I guarantee he would be a guest judge on Drag Race. If this thing wasn't so anti-queer, if he could get away with being on TV in a place that could possibly get him an Emmy, he would do it.
Okay. Let's go on and do one more thing. By the way, I want to tell everybody, hit the like, hit the thumbs up. It's very important for the algorithm. It more people, it alerts people that we're on, and more people become aware of our conversation in our channel. And by the way, I just want to put this, I put this up over the like and subscribe. Hold on, let me take that away. Go ahead, put like and subscribe. So make sure you like and subscribe, become a member. And so welcome to all of our new members. Also, I just want to say this. Thank you to Daughters of the Ancestors 11, because of Daughters of the Ancestors 11, because of her generosity, 5 people get to become members of Elimination. So welcome to all of our new members. Thank you very much. This is in the Oval Office again, Zohran Mamdani being pressed on Donald Trump, on calling Donald Trump a despot. Watch.
It sounds like you had a productive discussion, but just days ago you referred to President Trump as a despot who betrayed the country. You said you would be his worst nightmare and accused him of having a fascist agenda. Are you planning to retract any of these remarks in order to improve your relationship?
I think both President Trump and I, we are very clear about our positions and our views, and what I really appreciate about the president is that the meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers. And frankly, that is something that could transform the lives of the 8.5 million people who are currently struggling under a cost of living crisis, with 1 in 4 living in poverty. And the meeting came back again and again to what it could look like to lift those New Yorkers out of struggle and start to deliver them a city that they could do more than just struggle to afford it, but actually start to live in it.
And I've been called much worse than a despot, so it's not that insulting. Maybe I think he'll change his mind after we get to working together. Yes, please.
We have to also celebrate just how good 33-year-old mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani is at this. He is so savvy. He's doing everything that people said young progressive Democratic candidates couldn't do, and he's doing it when he's just in charge of a city. If we have these kind of people in Congress, these kind of minds in the Senate, there is hope. And we have to celebrate just how good of a job he's doing at staying on message and not falling for the bullshit. I'm impressed. I'm very much impressed.
I'm impressed how he brings everything back to affordability.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
And like Donald Trump said, affordability, we'd never heard of it until this year. It's a lot of people are saying affordability. And if you figure out how to judo their language, if you can take all the momentum they give you, flip it and make it into a victory for yourself, Donald Trump knows not to come out against affordability. He knows not to come out against making sure New Yorkers feel safe. He also understands that this is the only thing that can make him look normal. He wants so badly to be relatable that if Zohran is this relatable to all these people, of course he's going to cozy up to this cool young brown man. He goes, I'm cool, I'm hip, I love brown people. Well, I always have. Who said anything different?
Interesting. Well, can I bring someone in? Can we add someone to the party, since we're giving thanks and we're celebrating and we're, can we do that? I guess we can. Let's hope he's not the skunk at the garden party. Michael Fanone is here. Mike, you can hang.
Yeah, man.
Mike is friend of the gays, by the way, so we'll let him come.
Yeah.
Mike, before we start, did you watch the meeting with Mamdani and Trump? Did you see some of the clips?
I saw the highlights. Yeah.
And
I mean, I've been watching you guys now for like the past 10 minutes, so I agree. It's everything with Donald Trump is performative, and I think his whole political playbook was taken from his relationship with what was the guy from WWE?
Vince McMahon.
Man, Yeah.
His entire strategy is a wrestling angle. He cuts promos. He goes babyface. Sometimes he goes heel. He understands if you have an opponent, don't relent. He is so wrestling and TV based. And that's why he's not the best president, but he's good TV.
Yeah,
well,
he creates characters and creates conflict. It's not real, but it's like, okay, we're going to have this conflict, and it's going to distract the American people from the actual, like, really crummy shit that I'm doing in the purpose of my administration, which is to enrich myself beyond my wildest imagination.
And people in the chat are also bringing up a very important point that we kind of joked about, but it is very true. The reason why some of these affects and the reason why some of these character traits and sort of these characterizations seem queer New York 80s coded is because of his mentor, Roy Cohn. It's because he takes all of his cues from that.
Look, a lot of people, Michael, you know this because Michael's a friend of the gays. A lot of people learn from the gays, right?
Should have put that in my Chiron, like in the Mike Fanone.
Friend of the gays?
Friend of the gays.
One of the first conversations I had with Michael Fanone was about how one of his best friends was was a drag queen or trans?
She was trans.
Trans, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
She passed. But I mean, I was like, okay, I like this guy. Because don't let the neck tattoos fool you.
Oh, Don, you haven't seen the gays in Bushwick now. They all look like Mike.
I was just gonna say, what would happen if we took Mike to Horse Meat Disco?
Oh, he wouldn't pay for a single drink.
Remember that time we went to the gay bar, Don?
We did? Where? In New York?
I was in New York.
That's how you know Don be going out too much. Don's in when?
This was funny as shit. So I was out with Don. It was right after we had done like a CNN hit, and we just like we got in the car and went to find the first bar that was like still open because it was late. It was really late at night. And we go into this bar and there's this guy behind the bar, and it's clearly a gay bar.
One thing about gays, they always open.
Yeah, I don't know if Don was just playing naive or what, but the guy behind the bar is like this huge, jacked black dude wearing like a tiny little vest and like booty shorts. And Don's like, is this a gay bar?
He's being silly.
He's like, honey, we gay as shit in this motherfucker. I was like,
Michael, I was being sarcastic. I was like, you're wearing booty shorts.
Like, what gave it away?
This is why, listen, Don, you couldn't have told that story on CNN. This is why we support independent journalism. We gay as shit in this motherfucker.
It was a country western gay bar. What's the name of that bar?
Flaming Saddles?
Not Rawhide or something. The Rusty Nail, something. I don't know what it is.
In New York or DC?
And maybe look, how many bars it's in New York?
Flaming Saddles is open till 4.
What's the one on 8th Avenue in what is it, the Grid? It's just such a big grid.
I think
there.
it's Flaming
Not
Saddles.
Chelsea. No, what is it? Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen.
Is that
Flaming
Saddles?
Saddles. Yeah, that's the one the one that Jonathan Bailey went to earlier this week. From Wicked. Real? Yeah, Jonathan Bailey went to Flaming Saddles. I know a couple of cuties who dance there. That's where the boys get on top of the bar. They do the line dances.
Yeah,
little country fried cuties.
Yeah, this ain't Texas. The last time I went there, I was like, oh my gosh. Mike, I can't believe that you remember that and you busting my shit out on the show.
No, busting your shit out.
How many bars do you think there's going to be named Bubba?
Oh, no, Don, they should have a new shot on the bar called the Bubba shot. And it's just, it's a cream based drink. with orange bitters.
Orange, it's got to be orange, and Bill Clinton is what kind of pink and red with orange bitters. Yeah.
I thought it was debunked. I thought it was a different Bubba. I thought that's what they were saying now.
This is a factual.
We don't gotta be. You focused on facts. Oh my God, we're trying to have fun.
We're having fun here, Mike. Okay, let's see, Mike. What did you think? Were you surprised? It did look like he's like, oh my God, I love you so much. What did you think when you saw it?
Oh, with Mamdani?
Yeah, I'm not surprised actually. Because Trump is easy that way, but
I thought it could either go one of two ways. It could be like a, Zelensky interaction where, he's just there to try to shame, embarrass, and humiliate Mamdani, or it could go the other way, which is he, cozied up to him and tried to, I don't know if it was like damage control from, like I just said, we should hang 6 sitting members of Congress. And so now I'm going to try to show my light and playful side, which, very well could be. But I don't know. Who knows? Like when it comes to Donald Trump, I mean, not even Donald Trump knows what he's thinking.
And I think the Zelensky interaction had one factor that we kind of are ignoring a bit. JD Vance started that little kind of like tete-a-tete when he was like, you should be grateful, you should say thank you. And I think there's a level of cool that Donald Trump wants to maintain right now. He doesn't want to be seen as hot-headed. He doesn't want to be seen as anything other than someone we should be grateful for. And these are the kind of interactions where you go, oh yeah, he really wants to be seen as like this bipartisan, reach across the aisle, new version politically, because socially and from a social standpoint, all of his choices and all of his opinions, they're tanked by public opinion. Like everyone hates what he's doing with ICE. Everyone hates the fact that the economy's in the shitter. Everyone hates the fact that we're getting in more international skirmishes. He needs wins desperately now. Poll numbers are in the toilet. That's right, chat.
Yeah, I mean, is he? I guess he's doing that like circa the last 60 minutes because the last week has been a string of calling female reporters
piggy.
This piggy.
You're muted, Don.
The piggy comment is
Michael. What if the Mamdani had looked at him and said, "Shut up, piggy"?
I think that would have.
Well, Don, he wouldn't do that because that would be haram. He
That's
cannot
some shit I would do.
say that.
I would have done
it. That's why I love you. So we need to talk about what Michael is doing. That's really important. And then also, before we do that, there's one more thing that I want to show here. We're going to talk about what Michael is doing, but I also want to talk. It's not surprising because remember how much he hated Barack Obama and how much, show me your birth certificate, you're dumb, you're stupid, or whatever. This is what he did to Barack, because Barack Obama is beloved. Barack Obama is smarter than him, right? Universally beloved. This was him right after the election in the Oval Office. It's Donald Trump.
This was a meeting that was going to last for maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and we were just going to get to know each other. We had never met each other. I have great respect. The meeting lasted for almost an hour and a half, and it could have, as far as I'm concerned, it could have gone on for a lot longer. We really, we discussed a lot of different situations, some wonderful and some difficulties. I very much look forward to dealing with the president in the future, including counsel. He explained some of the difficulties, some of the high-flying assets, and some of the really great things that have been achieved.
So you get it. It was nothing but like, oh, I love him. He's great. We understand each other. Kumbaya. And I will always love you. So, yeah. And he didn't, Obama didn't call him a pig or piggy or whatever. But to me, it wasn't that, as I've been saying, it wasn't that surprising that he was cordial, but the level of glaze and him staring up at Zohran Mamdani, like, you remember how Nancy Reagan used to stare at Ronald Reagan? Like,
bringing up 2 throat goats. Stop that. Come on, Don. Stop. It's disrespectful. You think she did all that stuff on the Warner Brothers parking lot for you to compare her to that amateur? Nancy Reagan was so good at that, she destabilized Central American governments. Don't put them against each other.
If you don't know, I'm not going to explain it. Google it. Mike, do you know what he's talking about? Yeah. Oh my God. We're going to talk about what Mike is doing and more. First, a word from our sponsors. We need a break. Support for the show comes from Ali, and you all know how I feel about my dogs. Boomer, Barkley, Gus. They run the house, and I want them healthy and happy. So I switched them all to Ali. It's real food, fresh human-grade protein packed, slow cooked, and you can actually see the ingredients. No mystery pellets. So Ali has 5 great recipes and a 30-second quiz that builds a meal plan just for your dog. When we switch, I notice a difference fast. Softer coats, more energy, and they clean their bowls every single time. Boomer is the picky one, and even he loves it. And the app is great. You can message real experts, on-demand health screenings, and guidance. It feels like someone is helping you look out for your dog with you, or your dogs in our case. And if ever we need the meals to speed up, come faster, or slow down, you can just text them, and it's easy, okay? Or chat with them, okay? Your dog deserves real food. Go to ollie.com/lemon and use the code LEMON to get 60% off of your first box when you subscribe. They've got a happiness guarantee, so if you're not satisfied, you can get your money back. That's OLLIE.com/lemon. Support for the show comes from Beam. And listen, this is big. Beam Cyber Sale is live right now for my listeners and is the best offer of the year, but only for 48 hours. You can get up to 50% off. And with my code LEMON, you can get Dream for just $32.50. That breaks down to about $1 a night for real sleep. So if you watch this show, you know I take my sleep very seriously. When I'm tired, everyone around me knows it, and all of you know it. Dream Powder changed that for me. It's clean, science-backed ingredients like magnesium, melatonin, reishi, L-theanine, apigenin. You fall asleep faster, and you wake up clear, not groggy. And the taste is amazing. My favorite flavor is chocolate peanut butter. Now, I go cycle through the favorite ones, but I like the chocolate peanut butter. It's smooth, and it's become part of my nightly wind down. I feel sharper and calmer because I actually am sleeping now. Beam has improved over 18 million nights of sleep across the country. And if you want to try Dream, this is the moment. Go to shopbeam.com/lemon and use the code LEMON and save up to 50% off. Dream is only at this price for a while, so get it while supplies last. Don't wait. Thanks to our sponsors. To our sponsors. One more thing about the meeting in the Oval Office between Zohran Mamdani and Donald Trump. They're talking about their love for New York City, and then we're going to get to what is happening with Mike. Here it is.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Please.
I appreciated the meeting with the president, and as he said, it was a productive meeting focused on a place of shared admiration and love, which is New York City, and the need to deliver affordability to New Yorkers, the 8.5 million people who call our city their home, who are struggling to afford life in the most expensive city in the United States of America. We spoke about rent, we spoke about groceries, we spoke about utilities, we spoke about the different ways in which people are being pushed out, and I appreciated the time with the president, I appreciated the conversation. I look forward to working together to deliver that affordability for New Yorkers.
Thank you very much. Any questions, please?
Mine is who's doing the bending. No, I'm saying. But anyway.
Michael, we're so sorry you're seeing us behave like this. Don has had a little bit to drink. This is not the normal show. We usually only have 2 or 3 gay sex references. We didn't know we were going to have 17.
Anyways, Mike doesn't drink, so he has no idea what you're talking about. I know, I'm joking. Sometimes I'm like, Mike, are we gonna go home? Mike, it's time to go.
You remember when we thought Trump didn't drink, and now we found out that he does swallow? That's crazy because he's a teetotaler.
Anyways, let's put up what Mike is doing. Mike, I'm so proud of you, man. I can't tell you how proud I am of you. We have a full screen of Mike's thing that he's doing. I sent earlier. No, yes, no. Yeah, where is it? Mike, tell us what you're doing, and then we'll put the full screen up.
Yeah, so all this, well, it began yesterday, but we did part part of the Remove the Regime and Flare, two organizations that have been heavily involved in organizing protests and other efforts to stand up to Donald Trump's unconstitutional, administration. So here's the event schedule for tomorrow. We are having a rally in Washington, D.C. We're going to be converging on the mall, headed over to the Lincoln Memorial, where there's going to be a concert as well as a host of speakers. But we are demanding the impeachment, conviction, and removal of Donald Trump. That's what's going on. We're going to have, like I said, a free concert, Dropkick Murphys, Earth to Eve. Several other performers are going to be there as well. But we're there and Thursday we actually did congressional visits trying to put pressure on lawmakers to demand the impeachment of Donald Trump. We don't want to wait until 2026. Families that are losing access to health care, myself included, families that are being terrorized by Donald Trump's ICE and Customs and Border Patrol agents, don't want to wait until 2026. And I think, the American people, we talked about these threats that Donald Trump made. I was on MSNBC earlier tonight and I said, not to be the MSN now, sorry, not to be the joy kill of this, very fun episode of Don Lemon Show, but Donald Trump has created this culture in which political violence is the normal. And both parties are adversely affected by that. We've seen assassinations in the past 6-8 months that have been politically motivated. And Donald Trump is the root cause of all of this. It's his rhetoric that inspired the insurrection at the Capitol on January 6, 2021. And Trump 2.0 has only seen him double down on those efforts. You can't say that you condemn political violence and then advocate for it publicly, as well as pardoning individuals that engage in it after they've been held criminally accountable. And so it's time for this administration to be held accountable itself. It's time for Donald Trump to go. So the call
is that your dog or somebody else's dog? Go on.
Oh, join me tomorrow in Washington, D.C. If you can make it out, it'd be greatly appreciated. Like I said, noon, we'll be there at the Lincoln Memorial protesting this administration.
And keep the pressure on.
Exactly. Go ahead, Don.
Jay, what were you saying?
I was saying keep the pressure on. I was saying that it clearly is getting to him. It's getting to his followers, these sycophants. We have in the chat that Laura Loomer is already losing it over him, sort of trying to bridge the gap and figure out how to be more bipartisan with Mayor-elect Mamdani. It is working and it will continue to work. I love the fact that people are refusing to let their foot off of the gas. So shout out to Mike. Yeah, Dropkick Murphys. Hell yeah. Go to DC if you can. Seriously,
and Mike, but I understand, isn't there a bigger effort around the country around this or connected to this, or maybe it's not connected? Aren't there protests going on?
Well, so the idea for this particular protest was a centralized effort. I mean, we saw No Kings. We had No Kings 1 that was, had massive turnout. Then No Kings 2 literally had unprecedented turnout. I mean, we saw more than 7 million, close to 8 million people nationwide and even worldwide. It was the largest protest in American history, the 250 years of this country. And it was standing up to Donald Trump's administration. The American people are tired. We're tired. We're tired of the chaos. We're tired of the violence. We're tired of the violent rhetoric. And we're tired of having our elected officials divide us as a country. And I think at this point now, it's affecting almost everyone adversely. There's still that handful of wacky MAGA core base holdouts But you know what? I got to tell you, Don, fuck those guys. If you want to be, and I've said this before, if you want to be a racist, a homophobic, transphobic, any of the things that we abhor as a country, as a nation, our ideals and our founding principles, fine. Pay your taxes and shut the fuck up, because you don't get a say-so in the way that we run this country, and you don't get a say-so in our political discourse. I saw today just another example of the absolute absurdity, insanity, and despicable behavior of this administration. They've now made it acceptable to join the United States military if you have a Confederate flag tattoo or a swastika. Those are no
what the fuck is that, Mike?
Those are no longer things that will prevent you from serving in the United States military. That, of all the issues that we have with service members in this country, lack of health care, all the things, that's the issue that this administration, that this guy who has a lot of problematic tattoos himself,
Pete Hegseth,
that prevented him from actually being activated as a National Guardsman on January 6th, because he's got a bunch of white nationalist, fucking Christian nationalist tattoos. And so Pete Hegseth says, if you want to have a swastika tattooed on your fucking forehead and join the United States military, you're good to go. As long as you meet my PT requirements.
And it is the height is the acme of hypocrisy for a president and an administration that loves D-Day, that loves to celebrate World War II, to allow any of that imagery on any military personnel's body. It is the height of hypocrisy if you love the Union to celebrate the Confederacy. It's laughable. It's laughable that this would be a priority for them to change, because it's not like they were just like, oh, we're going to relax it. You have to actually go in and change the wording and the requirements and the rules for military personnel, because the rule is those tattoos, those imagery, nooses, Confederate flags, swastikas, those get you kicked out. They are not acceptable.
Yep. Now, I had a very interesting conversation today, Don, with a buddy of mine that's in the military, and we had argued previously about the return of the Confederate names to military facilities and how, the Confederates literally were traitors to this country, and how it was, disgusting. But it is the usual arguments of like, it's heritage, and I went to that, I trained at that military base, and it means a lot to me, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, call me up, hit me up when they, and we'll talk when they start, allowing Nazi rhetoric, and maybe they start naming military bases after Nazis. And now, not even 2 months after that conversation, it's okay to have a swastika. It's okay to get have a Confederate flag tattoo. It's okay to have, racist tattoos, which that's just the, that's the tip of the iceberg, because to me, what that says is that the ideology is acceptable. It's okay to go into the military and not only have a swastika, because that represents a viewpoint, a perspective. And so we all know what it stands for. So now the military is saying it's okay to be openly racist. It's okay to be a fascist. It's okay to come into our military knowing full well that this individual is against all of the principles of our Constitution.
And not only that, military recruitment numbers are already down. So you want to shrink the pool even more. You don't want black people to join the military. You don't want brown people to join the military, because they're not going to feel safe if they have to serve next to someone who has Nazi beliefs. You want to shrink the military even further. You don't want women in the military. You don't want trans people in the military. So now you just create a workforce that is supposed to be straight white men who are all in the level of shape that Pete Hegseth says they are. You're kind of crippling and hamstringing what is supposed to be the greatest military in the world, whose strength is the amount of differences between us coming together for a certain goal.
Absolutely. And I'm going to say the quiet part aloud, because I agree with everything that you said. Pete Hegseth he wants to get rid of all the people that you just described. Black people, women, any people of color, any, trans, all of those things. And he wants to replace them with fucking Nazis. He wants to replace them with white supremacists, people that would have been prevented from serving in our military. He wants to replace all the people that you just described, and he wants a all-white military. Just like this administration wants an all-white country, or a country that's dominated by whites, white Christian nationalists. Listen, Don, it's okay if you live here, but we're going to take away all of your fucking rights, and you're just going to, you can have your little show and you can say your little things, and as long as you pay your taxes, but we're going to take away all of your fucking power. And that's what this administration is all about. That's what Project 2025 is all about. That's at the core of this. It's not what Donald Trump's about. Donald Trump's just about making billions of dollars off of cryptocurrency because he is devoid of any ideology.
Mm-hmm.
But his administration is about exactly that thing.
And Michael, you bring up such an interesting point, because let's say that is the goal. Then that affects everyone geopolitically, because now we're no longer a country who can actually have allies, because we have poisoned the well of the military personnel. So none of our allies can trust us. Don, you said it on Tuesday. The UK isn't even sharing intelligence with us anymore because of these changes.
Yeah, right on. So, Mike, I got to tell you, I'm very proud of you. And then let's put Mike's thing back up. Before we put Mike's thing back up, Mike, well, no, let's put it back up and then we'll go to the other thing. But the thing of him, what he's doing. There we go. So 12 noon, main rally in March. It is the March on Washington. The exact location, TBA. Do you know where the exact location is?
Lincoln
Memorial. And then at 7, that's at 12 noon Eastern, Washington, D.C. And then at 7 p.m., one cause, 4 bands, ticketed fundraiser, and that's at?
My understanding is that is also at the Lincoln Memorial.
Okay, great. But to make sure you check out Mike's socials and for all of this. Mike, I'm very proud of you. I do have to say to you, though, I want to introduce you to someone, and I want to know if you recognize this person in the next photo, because I did not. I was like, who is this twink? Who is that twink?
Twink? What are you talking about, dude?
Who is that, and how?
Like, my sexual prowess.
Yeah, I'm trying to be respectful, but that's a hottie. Don, who is that?
Mike, and those eyebrows, like, are those done, or that's your natural eyebrows?
Fucking done.
They're done? I had no idea.
It looks great. It looks great. We love and respect military servicemen here. One thing that I'm very much surprised by as well is
this
that
is police stuff. This is his office. Police.
No one likes what any of these people are doing. If you ask the majority of Americans, if you show them a swastika, most people are gonna be like, "That's kind of bad, right? That's kind of evil." So them doing this, once again, going against the American public for such kind of like personalized interests. Pete Hegseth can't have the best interest of Americans both here and abroad at the front of his mind if he's like, oh, okay, let's okay swastikas. No normal thinking American wants to do that.
Yeah. The guy, what is the guy? Is it the guy in Vermont who is the politician who had the thing? Right?
In Maine. You're talking Maine. About
Plattner.
So Plattner. So
Graham Plattner.
They just elected him because it's not a big deal. So the opposition will be like, "Oh, it's okay. This is not racist or whatever."
No, but even he had to answer for this kind of like niche, tattoo that was skull and crossbones that he said he was confused about at the time. But even he had to answer it and say he was going to cover it up. People, I don't want Nazism and any sort of softness on Nazi ideology or iconography to ever be something we just start to be like, it's okay with me. It's not. That's an American ideal. If the middle class was built, if the current America you enjoy was built because we triumphed in World War II and people came back home, we were able to establish ourselves as a global superpower on principle, the foundation and the bedrock of your patriotism has to be against Nazism specifically.
Yes. Thank you for that. And by the way, can we put up these newspaper articles, these articles about what happens on Thanksgiving, just so you know? Andy, I sent them to you. I don't know if you got it. So this is
vibe change coming.
Thanksgiving Eve is the best night to get lucky.
You hear that? Hey, that turkey ain't the only thing getting stuffed. Go ahead.
Is that universal or is that just with the gays?
No, that's everybody. No, this is the straights more than anything, I believe. Right? Can we scroll through, Andy? What does that say?
Because Mike, a lot of us aren't welcome back home. But
every person you'll see at your hometown bar on Thanksgiving Eve. And so, but let's see, go back to the New York Post one. It'll tell you why. I mean, it talks a little bit, but yeah, that's the straights right there.
So everyone in the chat, make sure you do something good for your fellow countrymen.
There's something to the but go back. Oh, look, there's some gays right there, but go back a little bit. Go back. Okay, let's see. There is, scroll up a little bit. Scroll up. There is something to the serendipity of people who meet on this night. There's just a larger mix of people geographically and socioeconomically who are going out, says Bill Maher of Meeting Hindler, now 48. Keep going.
When I serendip, you dip, we dip.
Oh, there they go. Chad Bill Maher.
Okay, a little bit
and
of gay
Jason
action.
Hindler met at a bar in Philadelphia on Thanksgiving Eve in 2002. They are now married and they live in California and they have a 7-year-old son. That was back.
Oh my goodness!
Probably in his teens now. But keep going. So
you telling me they were mashing each other's potatoes?
Thanksgiving Eve, they were bubbling each other. Thanksgiving Eve is one of the biggest nights of the year for singles, according to dating apps such as The League, which reports that its users are 30% more likely to be active online the night before Turkey Day. I mean, it's like Grindr at the Republican convention. It's crazy. So there you go. So go out not tomorrow, Thanksgiving Eve, Wednesday.
Yeah, right now during these very hard times for all Americans, one thing that you can help your fellow countrymen do is stressful. Help someone
release some stress.
Release some stress. Hey, groceries are expensive. Eat something else. There's an affordability crisis in this country. Be a cheap date.
Eggs are expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. I love you both. By the way, guys, we are 4,000, less than 4,000. Are we less than 4? Yeah, less than 4,000 away from 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
so get there.
Congrats!
Isn't that
help
crazy?
Us help Don Lemon get to 1 million.
That's right, Don.
And then 2 million, and then 3 million.
Yeah, 996.
The only time I can ever talk to you is when we're actually doing your show. What's going on with New Year's in New Orleans?
Are you coming?
We should do the live there. Are you doing the live there?
I can't tell you right now. Yes, I am. If we do it, will you come? Don't say yes, I am. If we do it, will you come?
Yeah.
Okay, Jay.
Listen, I'm down. I filmed my special, which you can watch now on Hulu. Yes, ma'am. In New Orleans. I love New Orleans.
All right.
I love some beignets. Love a hurricane. Yeah. Who
Thank
you.
You.
Don't say something that buy you that child, baby.
You can check out Jay's special on Hulu and Jay. Anywhere else?
You can check it out on Hulu, and coming December 8th, it's going to be on Amazon Prime and Apple TV Plus and YouTube TV for purchase and rental. But right now it's on Hulu. Watch it on Hulu. It's fun. It's Southern. It's Black. It's gay. If you like when me and Don have a little fun on here, you're going to love the special. I talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. I congratulate her on her very recent Kentucky Derby win, but also the fact that she's changing her mind. And we should celebrate people proving you can lead a horse to water and you can make her think about her actions.
You are crazy. Check out Michael Fanone, the Michael Fanone Show right here on YouTube. If it looks a little familiar, it's because, I'm just joking.
I stole my chirogram from Don.
Don's an icon.
Michael, and I don't care. I love him. Michael just took my show and said, I'm doing this show. Make it happen. Is your logo the same as mine, Michael? Everything?
What's that?
Is your logo even similar?
No. I was going to just do, I was just going to call my fans Lemon Nation. I got like 800,000 fucking fans.
That's great. Oh, that's great. That's really great.
Oh my goodness.
Congratulations, guys. Okay. And I love you. I'll see you later. Have a great one. And if I don't see you, happy Thanksgiving. I'm sure
happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Thank you.
Oh, but I'm gonna tell you, New Year's Eve. So guys, stay tuned.
This is exclusive. Exclusive.
If we do it, you gotta show up. And you gotta show up and show out.
Oh yeah.
So let me know if you want to do it. Okay.
Don, on Tuesday, I said, Don, this New Year's Eve, are you going to get your nipple pierced? And he said, no, I'm going to get a Prince Albert. That's what he said. We got a Janet Jackson moment. Peter, Nikki, producers, help us, please. The FCC. Oh, I forgot. This ain't CNN. We can act up.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Okay, bye, guys. See you later. Thank you. Those guys are great. Okay, if you want to know anything about the Don Lemon Show, go to donlemon.com. You can click on watch, and that way you can become a subscriber, help us get to our million subscribers. We love it. If you can help us get there, the subscriptions are free, and you can also become a member, which keeps us viable out here on these streaming streets. And then also check out, people have been asking about the glasses. Jay mentioned it, and the shirt. You can go to donlemon.com and click on merch, and it is right there. And we have a holiday collection, just so you know. In our holiday collection, we have holiday tumblers, and we've got a ornament. You got to get the ornament. And we've got a mug. What else do we have? Socks. Socks at the bottom. Tim, the socks is only showing red. It doesn't give people. Okay. Hit the what? Anyways, we'll see. He says that they should give you different colors. So buy the socks if you love them. They're like foot warmers. They're great. They're great stocking stuffers. So thank you guys for supporting. Also, if you go back to donlemon.com, I just want to shout out our news platform, which is Twitch, twitch.com/TV, switch.tv, switch.tv/donlemon. And you can become a subscriber there as well. So thank you all so much. I'm going to see you back here for sure on Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern time, right here on the Don Lemon Show on the Don Lemon channel. I may pop in this weekend. We shall see. I'm going to go out now and go start talking to some people on the street. We're going to get some man on the street. You see what they think about Zohran Mamdani and what the president's doing this week and what's going on in the country. So until I see you back here for sure, then maybe earlier at 10 a.m. Eastern time on Monday on the Don Lemon Show on the Don Lemon channel, be informed without being inundated and turn the TV off. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Your support means the world to us. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a show. We're live every weekday at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern time with new clips dropping at 2 p. and 8 p. And if you want even more Don Lemon Show content, join the Lemon community. Members get exclusive posts, behind-the-scenes videos, and live chats just for you. So hit the join button or visit our channel page to sign up. Thanks again for all your love and your support, and I'll see you next time.